And it's alive!
It's alive!
And it's alive! Some.
Every time.
Every frickin' time.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh well. Hello, everyone. For those who don't know, Cliff Manley passed away, and we're having a little tribute to him because, in one way or the other, he's helped all of us. And we didn't know how else to do it, so I'm gonna drink me some homemade shine and smoke me a cigar, and I think Duke's even going to drink for once, and I think Michael's got something special.
A little strawberry shine for Mr. Cliff Manley. Rest in peace, brother.
Well,
Yes.
rest in peace, Cliff. All right.
Till we see you again.
May we see you on the other side.
Mm. He pulls it out the bottle.
I ain't got a glass.
I'm drinking out of a mason jar.
Good stuff.
Mm.
Huh. What is that?
I'm drinking chili wine.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
Only it wasn't hot enough, so I threw a jalapeno in there.
Oof.
And trust me, boys, it burns both ways.
Yeah, I bet it do.
All right, Plowboy. Well, as soon as you're able to, we've blasted everything we could throw at you
Ah.
to get you on here.
Yeah, I sent one on your Hangouts.
I sent you one too.
I'll send one to your email.
Yeah, and I sent him one to the email too.
He said he got it.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
that's good.
Shit, what did I do here? Oh.
But yeah, I think probably Duke Frazier's probably the one that's had the most interaction with Cliff. Because I talked to him mostly about his cartridge formers, what the load was, and what bullet and all that stuff.
Well, mostly what I talked to him is, I'd make a post, ask a question or stuff. He'd respond, and he gave me some good constructive criticisms that really helped me out in a lot of things, and he was a good guy.
Yeah,
yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I think one of the projects he was working on that I know of, because I saw him make a post about it, that will never get finished. He was working on a paper cartridge former for round balls.
Right. I know somebody was there for a while. They was making, they was 3D printing his Colt Cartridge Works in the 36 caliber paper cartridge formers, and I got a couple of them. But yeah, he had a hell of a thing going there.
Yeah, but I've heard a lot of people say this. The work he done compared to that guy, the guy that done it for him, they're not the same.
Oh, Cliff made some from what I seen. I never got to handle one of Cliff's, but from what I seen on the pictures that he posted, his was definitely top of the line, made out of wood.
Yep. The only ones I know of in existence, Jones got one, Mike's got one, and Mark Hubb's got one, and that's about it.
I think he sold them for a while. think Dustin got one, or did he get one of the ones from that other guy?
I think Dustin got one of the ones, yes, from the other guy. I've got some, and they aren't the greatest, but they work.
Yeah, I got a couple of those 3D printed ones, but the former or the dowel is like too long. I gotta chop off the end of it so that I can do it flat because they're not really they're not fitted right.
I just take a sander and sand it.
Yeah.
Hey, 6-shooter Texan, we're remembering a friend of ours who passed away. Well, he was a friend. He was a big friend to the black powder shooting community.
Howdy, everyone in the
He
side
honest,
chat. Unfortunately, I can't see y'all, so cheers.
Yeah. We even got Duke to take a drink in his honor. Does that tell you how special of a person he was? Duke don't drink very often.
Skull.
Scholar.
Cheers, boys.
Holy shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep making my shine with brown sugar. That stuff's good.
Throw a couple of jalapenos in there. It gives it a little extra kick. God damn.
Well, I gotta make up another bottle, so I will. I'll try that. Jalapeno and apple juice.
Ooh.
Spicy apple pie.
Right?
You see what, boys? No salt and lime with this shit. That don't help at all.
Nope.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
But yeah, I was trying to. I remember he helped me find a good load for when I had my Colt Navy. He helped me out with that. Find a good load for that. Because I kept filing on that. I filed on the front side. I filed on the V notch on them, and it was still shooting high. We were at. I think I had to actually shoot 26 grains out of it to get with the round ball to get at shooting point of aim at 25 yards.
You put 26 grains in a Colt Navy?
Mm-hmm. And that was the only load after. Yeah, it was a butt-kicking load, but
I can barely get 22 grains in there.
I was using. Well, it was just a tad under the 25 mark, but it was a compressed load. I can tell you that much. It was butt kicking. I can tell you that much. If you had been yeah, 6-shooter, yeah, he passed away. That's one of the things he was most noted for. And I was actually consulting him on how to make one for the Sharps. To make a cartridge former for the Sharps, he helped me a lot with mine, the design of mine. And if you notice, when I show it, it'll look almost exactly like one of his. But yeah, it hit a lot of people hard, 6-shooter Texan. It did.
Like I
What
said.
cigar you got?
What's that, Jeremy?
What kind of cigar is that?
An old one that's all dried out and just falling apart. So I'm going to decommission it and put it in my pipe and smoke it.
Oh, hi, Vanessa Kitty.
Hey,
6 shooter
Vanessa.
text. It seems like that's kind of what a lot of people are going to have to do right now is make their own cartridge formers.
Shit.
I was gonna get, one of his, and then when I had the money to do it and everything, he didn't make. He was having someone else make them, and I'm like, okay, let me see. And I wasn't hearing very good reviews about them. And that's, but yeah, he helped me a lot with my forming block, dowel and the block. I gotta. Vanessa says I just cut the cigar up rather than try to unwrap it. Yeah, sharp knife just.
Well, I was trying to get. I thought it would be like Schweitzer Sweets, where it's kind of like cigarette tobacco all packed together real tight. I got it opened up. No, it's long little stems and shit.
Yeah, I think I've seen that video. 6 shooter text, and I'm not sure. But no, it's just. But yeah, I'm gonna be. I was gonna put that video out, and then the day I put it out, the day I found out he passed, and I'm like, I'm gonna give a little bit of time because. And it just. Yeah, if you've
Yeah.
actually got a good. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was reading Vanessa Kitty's. I said, yeah, I realize these ones are, but I'm used to the cheaper ones where I could tear them apart, and I could stuff them in a pipe and smoke them that way. But these more expensive ones, apparently I can't do that.
Oh no, yeah. The more you pay for them, the more actual cigar you get.
And this one, and not so long it's so dry that it just wasn't staying together.
Yeah,
I need to.
if you put them in your freezer, they stay together longer.
Well, I just need to invest in a humidor.
Yeah.
That works too.
Actually, it just all depends on your atmosphere. If you got, if you're in a more humid area, they'll stay longer because they thrive on humidity, hence the humidor. Uh, but if you're in a drier area, they'll dry out on you no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I keep mine in the freezer. They just stay that. They just. And then I'll pull them out. But most of mine come in this metal packaging, so it freezes the air inside of it, and then it stays about 70 in my freaking house, so it dries them out, and just. George Gooding asks, wonder whose thigh they were rolled on.
Rolled on a thigh of virgins. His name was Chester.
6 shooter Texan says, made my first black powder cartridge the other day. Yeah. What caliber did you do? 6 shooter. That's got some kick to it.
I still can't freaking roll a cartridge to save my life.
Check out the video that I did on it. I'll probably do another one here soon with the Colt Cartridge Works.
Till YouTube takes it out.
Yeah.
The what's that?
Until YouTube takes us down.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't care. I'm not monetized, so
Same with this channel. So
I don't think they
I'm
really care about channels
I'm
that.
sorry,
Oh,
Michael.
good. No, I was saying that I don't think they really care about channels that are not monetized because they're not making money off of them.
Well, I'm monetized, but I went and turned all the monetization on all my videos off.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I got one video that's monetized, and it's bringing in like 1 penny a month, and that's one of the live chats we did. One of the first live chats I did. I think it was
Yeah.
the one where you guys came on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm eligible for monetization, but that's if I like turn on the ad deal, but I don't want to do that because I don't want YouTube running ads on my freaking videos.
Well, they
uh,
don't run them on mine anymore because you can turn it on once you set up the monetization. You can turn on monetization for individual videos. I've just got all mine. I just shut it off automatically. So as long as the video itself is not monetized, they won't monetize it. But you can still monetize your channel. So if you decide to make money off them, you can.
Yeah, I don't really think I'm getting that many views to, or honestly, I mean, I don't even really know how it all works, but I just don't want them running ads on my, because the thing is I can't decide what ads to,
yeah.
to run. They're the ones that decide what ads they run, and I don't
The
like that.
the final kicker in mine was right after that last demonetization run. They started running anti-Trump ads,
Hmm.
which whether I support him or not, I don't care to have those kind of ads being run across my videos.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's why I have two channels. So when I do, because I'm going to try to monetize this channel, just so I can get a penny, get those pennies to help support the range and everything. Get new targets and stuff. But now that they've been doing that to a lot of other, I'm not no more. What I'm thinking about doing is starting something, doing like some kind of T-shirt or something, like a T-shirt shop or something to help build my range. Get more stuff that people have been requesting me to shoot.
Don't go with Teespring.
Oh no, hell no. Um,
earlier tonight on the Georgia Shooting Connection chat, um, Chico was mentioning that on the Reloaders Network, if you talk to Loads of Bacon, they have a guy set up to do their products for the Reloaders Network. And they've got shirts and mugs and all kinds of stuff already. And
yeah,
if you want to do, if you want to promote your particular or your individual channel, and you have a logo and all that, they can help you, get products set up. But I think you have to be a member of the Reloaders Network, which I mean, that's not hard to do. All you got to
yeah,
do is just sign up and then talk to either Loads of Bacon or Charles Irby, and they'll get
yeah.
you they'll get you set up as a um,
Person.
what you call it, a
Yeah,
publisher. Yeah, where you can publish, your and you can transfer videos from either Utah Gun Exchange or any of the other video forums. You can, implant your videos onto the Reloaders Network.
yeah. I got to talk to Loda Bacon about. I heard about that. And I was going to talk to Loda Bacon about it. See what that was about.
I need to come up with a logo for my channel.
Hey, I got an idea, but I'll need you to send me some pictures, but that's for the after chat. Plowboy, I can make up to 2 gallons of either one of those in my state right now. out of liquor license, and it's not bootlegging.
Well, bootlegging is just when you transfer between or across state lines.
It's called. Hey, Michael. It's called Giftion.
Yeah, that's right. Well, here's the thing. I mean, really, in all actuality, you can distill whatever the hell you want, just so long as you're not selling it. Just so long as there's no distribution of it, no selling or making profit off of it. And that was the thing that pissed off the the ATF and the government and what structured the ATF back in the day is that many of the folk back then, I mean, they weren't even selling it. I mean, they would sell it from time to time, like, if they needed to pay a bill or whatever, get the damn government off their backs. But for the most part, I mean, it was all bartered. It was all a barter system. They'd trade, a gallon or a half gallon or whatever, needed a plow, needed whatever, needed a vehicle repaired or parts for a vehicle or something. They'd go over to the shop and, hey, Jim, Uncle Heem, you want a little gallon of,
you want 1 gallon of Uncle Heem?
yeah. Got some Uncle Heem, got some White Lightning. Got some pine. Got some pine. Oh,
Plowboy lives in a dry county.
Ooh.
I don't. I don't.
I feel sorry for you, brother. Damn.
I live in a dry county too. It ain't rained in 6 months.
By that logic, I live in a flooded county.
I couldn't pass that one up.
Technically, I live in a flooded state. No.
You gonna get any of that hurricane?
Always do.
Yep. How about you, Plowboy? Y'all gonna get any of that hurricane heading your way? I can't see the side chat, by the way, so
I'll tell you. He says just 8 miles to the liquor store, though. I got one I got one that way, one that way, one that way, one that way, one that way.
I got one I can walk to.
I can walk literally half a block. Right there is my liquor store.
When I'm up in South Dakota, they got one liquor store in like 70-some miles, and this is on a res. But the law states that you can buy and you can drink the liquor, but it cannot leave the liquor store.
What?
So you have to buy it, get drunk in the store, then drive your ass home.
And then drive your drunk ass home. That is
technically a dry reservation.
Then again, I mean, you're out in the middle of nowhere, so what the hell, I think the worst that you'll probably hit is a coyote.
Or a cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying the cow's the worst. The coyotes, let's not talk. Shoot. Do you know it's coyote season all year round here?
Cool.
Plowboy says it's raining now. Well, they're considered a nuisance animal, and believe it or not, they're pretty good eats.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I would not eat a coyote. God.
I've eaten coyotes.
They're good. They're good. Especially
like
barbecue. Actually, it tastes like dog. It tastes like Chinese food. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it tastes like Chinese food.
There's lots of things that people eat that taste good and doesn't mean you should be eating them.
Yeah, it's like
French and the snails.
Surat may taste like pumpkin pie, but I wouldn't know because I wouldn't eat the filthy motherfucker.
Well, Jeremy, snails ain't the only slimy thing the French eat.
That is true.
Right.
Plowboy says it's raining now. Supposed to get rain off this storm. Six Shooter says storm is off the east of me. He also says no close seasons on coyotes here either. Good all year round, like hogs. Hogs here too.
Hogs.
Because coyotes breed so damn often and so much, and if you shoot them out too much, then they start having multiple litters a year.
Yep. Well, same with hogs. They're just breeding like crazy.
Oh yeah, that's why they opened them up all year because they were getting so bad. Literally all the ranchers and farmers were having to shoot them all. The Fish and Wildlife were getting tired of having to write $25 tickets to people
And then because
that
they
were
started,
literally.
then
I
because
don't
they
have.
started, I was gonna say just because they started, that wolf conservation deal. Now we're getting coy wolves here, and
Oh,
then with the stray dogs, we got coy dogs. So we got a mix of you got the coyote, you got the coy wolf, and the coy dog, and they're all freaking running around. They're running rampant all over the damn place because I live in a dumb liberal freaking state where you can't kill freaking anything.
Oh,
And
Move
not
back
too
to
long
Texas.
not too long ago, an elderly woman got attacked, and last year a little girl got attacked.
Patrick Beckingham. Patrick says coyotes are open season in Virginia, and Fish and Wildlife and Fish and Game is scared to death of hogs. Hey, I got something that'll fix that. It's Pat Putnam says, "Howdy, gents. Howdy."
Howdy, Pat. Good to see you.
Howdy, Pat.
George Gooding says, Have any of you ever watched those helicopter hog hunts?"
Yep.
No, I haven't.
Not in person, but I've seen them on TV.
Yeah, I don't watch most.
Yeah, that was years ago. I really don't watch much TV anymore these days. I'm too poor to be flying around in a helicopter.
I got a buddy that owns one. He's always offering to ride. I'm like, "Can I bring my gun?" No. Then I don't want to get in there.
Yeah, right. Then what the hell? I ain't going for a joyride with you.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of kinky crap you've done in that damn thing. I'm bringing a gun.
Right?
Well, he's single, and he takes half the floozies in the damn county with him.
But if you turned a black light on inside that cockpit, it'd probably look like a friggin' Pollock painting.
Let's just say it's called a cockpit for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
What I missed there? Sorry, I got to reading here for a second. Like I wasn't paying attention.
Let's just say there's a reason that a helicopter's cockpit is called a cockpit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Same on planes too.
Yeah.
The cockpit's located inside the fuselage.
What my favorite are the Tyrant. Damn it! Damn you, Shine. I gotta prove that shit.
Close one eye.
That's
Holy crap!
my favorite are Tannerite hog hunting. Awful waste of meat. Though pig tastes good. Pat said that was George Gooding said some of the hunters use full auto weapons. That's just because they can't shoot to begin with.
All you need is one well-placed shot into 250 pounds of tannerite mixed in with hog feed.
420 grains. Guarantee you drop anything. Oh shit.
Hell, I got some 300 grain, 50 cal bullets I guarantee you drop a freaking hog.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask you, it would paper patching, if you were to get some of those Lee real bullets, I wonder what paper patching would do with that lever gun that you got.
It wouldn't make a damn bit of difference. Well, it depends on which one.
It would have to be, at least near a 50 cal.
Yeah, well, the one I've got is the they come out to $4.95.
I wouldn't put.
I'd have to paper the hell out of that.
I wouldn't do a paper patch in a lever action. I know that they used to be done that way, but I wouldn't do it because a lot of times on the paper patch, you're not crimping the case down. You just setting the bullet inside the case on top of the black powder. Then you stick that in there. That bullet might come loose in there, and in a letter action, it might really come loose and give you some major problems.
Yeah, I mean, it would depend on
Well, I
the
was,
case and all that. Because here's the thing: is West Covina, he's making paper patch rounds for his Martini Henry,
and they were
and
that. That's I think, and he's doing his on black powder, and
yeah. But
those.
here's the thing: is he's doing that special kind of crimp on there
Mhm.
where you invert it and you use the backside of the crimp. I forgot what it's called. It's called
He's
like
using not a roll crimp, but a taper crimp.
no,
Yeah.
it's called something else. It's like called like a collared crimp or something like that.
Oh, okay. Collet crimp. Yeah, it's like neck sizing.
Yeah, so it's like say shoot, I don't
Instead
have
of
a
it being pushed down to one point where it's touching on the bullet, he's actually
it.
squeezing the whole side of the case in.
Yeah, it's literally like going all the way around,
Yeah.
and crimping all the way around. But
It's just like
it's not a real heavy crimp either. It's just to just hold the bullet and everything and the paper in place.
Well, Michael,
right.
what I was talking about is just kind of like for you to you rack the lever and you see to single feed it in there, or you just kind of blop it in there.
Yeah, if I single feed it, it probably wouldn't give me all that much of a problem. But again, I mean, it would just it'd have to be close enough to a 50, to at least a 500
Uh,
diameter.
slug your bore.
Well, my bore diameter is 0.510.
Is that the bore or is that the groove?
The groove.
Okay. You want to patch to the bore, so you want to take a 4. It's exactly 0.50 in the bore.
The bore was,
Hold on, let me try something. Let me see.
I believe the bore was actually, it's like 2/10. So I think it was a 0.508 or 507. I can't remember.
Okay.
I got it written down somewhere.
Take a bullet that is 0.50 or 0.502 or something,
Yeah.
and then patch that up to the bore.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Leave.
Patching the groove doesn't always work. I've noticed that I tried doing that with my sharps and it was all over the place. But if you patch to the
To the
bore, I've been
lens.
told it's a lot better. So it's not really the paper is what's going into the groove. The bullet
Yeah.
itself is not. So technically, that bullet could never be traced to the gun it come from because the bullet's never going to touch the rifling.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. You said it needs to be close to what size?
I think it was 0.507 or 0.508, something like that.
Okay.
I got it written down somewhere, but I gotta look
Hey,
for it.
Michael. Uh, free. It's $22 on Midway right now.
What's that?
A mold that would fit for his. Right now, it's a double cavity too.
In all honesty, with as much pain in the butt it is to paper patch bullets and stuff, I just go with grease groove.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. It would just be. It would drop out, grease screw everything. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. Screen share.
I'd have to get probably a lubricizer and everything too, though.
Yeah.
Hold on. Are y'all seeing this?
Yep.
Mm,
Well, yeah, now I'm not.
All right. All right.
Click
Yeah.
on
Here it
your
is.
window down there, Jeremy, and highlight your.
Yeah. I'm working. I was trying to get that page up. To present to everyone. There we go.
And
All right.
what's the diameter on that?
517 diameter.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah, that would be a good one.
well, no, that's
Yeah.
actually that's bigger than my.
How big did you
That's
say
too
your
big.
group was?
Uh, 0.510. So that's too
That.
big.
Yeah. Okay. So hold on. They've got other ones.
Unless I mean, I see. Here's the thing: is with that, I would have to just size it down to
Yeah.
0.510, and then I could just use it without having to paper patch it. But by doing
Uh.
that, it would probably get rid of all those grooves and everything anyway.
Jeremy, those are for muzzle loaders. What you're looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying if. Well. Yeah. I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think here. Hold on.
Well, that
It's a.
explains
It's a.
why I spoke.
Hold on. I typed the wrong. Oh damn. Lee bullet mold. Let's try this. Hold on. 'Cause I hate to say it.
Because I mean, through Buffalo Arms, I can get a bullet mold
We said it's
for
510. Hold on.
a 0.510 lead cast bullet.
Jeremy, over there on the little filter side, just go over and click on diameter and go down to
Yeah. Why did I think of that? I'm. See all. Show all.
see if they've got anything in that size in the Lee stuff. I doubt they do. You'd probably have to go with Lyman.
Yeah.
You said 510. That's
N-
5101. 517.
510 would be, or 501 would be about as close as you would get because 515 is already oversized. And that's five 10,000s doesn't seem like a lot to take off in a lubricizer, but from what I've been told, it makes a lot of difference.
Well, this
Yeah.
is for the 500 Smith and Wesson Magnum.
Yeah.
Well, you could patch that one up to, if you wanted to patch something, you could patch that up to your
Let's see
bore.
that one right there in the middle with that gas check. I was actually
That's
looking at
another
those.
and yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what he'd have to get. But all a 500 Magnum is a 50 caliber.
Exactly. But that
Yeah.
I believe that one is sized to 510. And I was looking at those
You said 510.
yeah.
Okay, these are 500 diameter.
Well, you could patch
Well
it up.
Yeah.
there's another one like that though that's a 510. And I was
Well,
looking at those Woodley copper jacketed bullets too.
with the Lee, I've found to add a point to add this one up to about add that one up to about the thousandths, and I add a 5 behind those grains. At least from the ones I've gotten. So it'd be about a 502 and 445 grains. But of course, it's also probably my mix because I don't use. How do I stop presenting to?
You got it.
Okay, I'm stop presenting. Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I'm probably
whoa, chat. Okay, chat. Slow down. Okay.
I'm probably just gonna end up getting one of those molds off of Buffalo Arms.
Yeah.
Well, I was just trying to help you. Save a little bit of money. I mean, I could send you one of these. When I send you that package, I could send you a few of them, and you can use one to slug your bore and see, if it just you put it in there and it goes zoop, right on down, it's too small,
Yeah.
and then you just keep that lead. If it goes kind of stops, you can kind of use it to and a ramrod to kind of or something to kind of slug it down there and see if it fits it and everything.
Michael, if you're gonna do a paper patch, you want a 504.
You won't want a 504.
Yep. That's what I was thinking, like a 505 or a 504.
That's on a paper patch. I don't know about a grease screw. Oh, let's see what they got for bolt molds. Buffalo Arms bolt molds, Lyman bolt molds, RCBS. And the thing about these is you're going to pay a lot of money for them.
6-shooter says look at E mode. Pat Punham says could run a 501 Mini or Mini. His drop at 504.
Yeah, you could do a heel based bullet and it would expand out, but you thing of it is when you got lead contact in the bore, then you got to start worrying about your velocities and everything else so you don't let out your barrel.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I really haven't, pursued that idea, because I just feel like it's really not going to do anything for me.
Yeah, you're better off just going with a grease groove bullet. And
well, I'm kind of liking the idea of just, sticking with some copper jacketed for right now.
Yeah. Just don't get real hot with that, because that is a toggle link action. And even though it's made out of Marner steel, it's still a toggle link action. There's a reason why Winchester dropped that in their big bore line.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I figured well, I know that you're kind of, since you're taking care of your dad, you kind of, money's not, well,
abundant.
yeah, I was trying to think. Hey, this was full.
Hey, man, you live in Illinois. You could become a male stripper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of unsavory things I could do for money, but yeah, I'm not going to go that route.
Hey, he could be a juggalo. Or gigolo. It could be a man whore.
Yeah, man whore.
There you go. Holy crap, that's a... You know what size of bullet they recommend for that lever action, Michael?
Huh?
What size of bullet? How big a bullet do they recommend for that?
As far as grainage, or
Yeah,
Size. Or, yeah, grain.
well, I mean, the ones that I had, the barns that I'm getting right now are 300 grain. But I could go all the way up to 500 grain if I want to.
because
Pablo's here. And Mama Murphy's here, too. Yay!
I found a 700 grainer, but that might be a little bit big for you.
Yeah, that might be.
Here's a, and of course it's out of stock, and it's $160 mold, but it's a .512.
I guess he couldn't hear us. Mama Jane's here. Hi, Mama Jane. That's my mother, I have a feeling. And Plowboy was here for a second, then he dropped out. I guess
He probably forgot his headset.
Well, what size do they recommend?
Well, I found one that says it's for the 5095, and it's a .512.
512 then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I think Lee had one for that. Hold on, let me see.
Well, here's the thing: is I mean, I measured my bore. It's a 510. The reason they have the 512s is because the Chiappas the bores ran a little bigger.
Well, if you're using pure lead, that much size ain't going to make a whole lot of difference.
I'd probably still get a
different story.
I'd probably still get a sizer, a
Yeah.
sizing guy for it.
Yeah, and if you're not taking off, you're only taking 2,000ths off, and that's not going to take that much of the lube grooves out. Especially if you're lube, you get a lube and a lubicizer, it'll size them, then lubricate them.
Well, here's the thing: is if I was gonna go that route, I'd probably start powder coating anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, either way. So you
So
said they recommend.
I'd probably cast, let them air cool, powder coat, size them, and then load them up. And
Well, Lee has them in 515. But if you're going to powder coat them, I mean, you won't have to worry about lube grooving. They've got one for the 5070 government. Both of them for the 5070 government. And goodness gracious. Holy moly. And they're only
Michael,
like $22.
I'm gonna put something in the chat window for you. It's a bullet mold. You might want to keep an eye out for. It's not made anymore, but if you can find it on eBay. Oh wait, you can't see the chat. Shit.
yeah, I can't see the chat. I could come back and watch the replay, I guess.
No,
yeah, you got pen and paper.
Dude, put it in. You know that thing that take your little mouse and put it over the sidebar where you would screen share and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's say chat. Put it there, and then when we end this, he'll be able to see it in that chat there.
Okay.
Yeah, on the Hangout.
On Hangouts.
On the Hangout chat.
I can just read it off to him too.
Or send it to me on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Some bitch.
Some bitch. Somewhere.
Oh God.
Or as I used to say, summon the bitch.
Now I don't even see the side chat anymore because YouTube glitched out. There we go.
All right. And Michael, when you get to reloading for that, these are the 2 books you want.
Loading. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Loading.
All right, Plowboy.
Paper.
Just keep trying until you can get in here, man.
Loading the black powder rifle cartridge and the paper jacket if you want to get into paper patching.
Cool, man. Yeah, I'll look those up.
I think I might have those in PDF files I can send to you. Can you hear us, Plowboy?
I got you now. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Good deal.
So can my shine.
Anybody making bets on what's going to go wrong with my audio?
We'll see.
I got earbuds in this time, so we can't blame it on the computer speakers.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that'll cure the problem.
Yeah, I can tell it when I'm listening to the replays, on YouTube, and I can hear all my audio mess. I'm like, why in the world y'all put up with that?
We like you.
Oh, man, it's all,
that.
Yeah.
It's all good, brother, man.
Good deal.
The thing is this ain't, you ain't the first, and you probably ain't going to be the last.
Probably.
Yeah. And
that's just the way, this whole deal runs. I've seen plenty of other live chats that, man, they've had that issue. And, oh, man, throughout the whole live chat, they were just fighting against echo and all kinds of stuff. People dropping in, people coming out, Yeah, so now don't worry about it, brother. It's all good.
How's it working this time on y'all's end?
Oh, you sound loud and clear.
Good deal.
Good so far, yeah.
Plowboy, I think I figured out what it
was. I didn't understand either one of y'all that time.
Plowboy, I think I figured out why your computer was messing up last time.
Because it's antique.
No.
Bill Brazelton.
It stole some of your rum.
It didn't steal enough of it. It left me some for today.
There you go.
They got too drunk.
It was Bill Brazelton, man. I'm telling you.
I'm still working.
Hazelton!
I'm still working on that same whiskey from last night. That's dedication. So
Yeah,
anyway,
Michael's drinking strawberry shine.
I noticed y'all talking about bullet
Sorry.
molds. Bullet molds. Who's buying a bullet mold?
Well, I was trying to figure out what
I'm-
Michael needed for his.
Yeah, I've been trying to help him cut down his reloading costs because it's like what expensive as all. It's like $20 for like a box of bullets for his rifle. Like 50, 95.
Yeah, I imagine so.
It's about $20 for them Barnes, 300 grain, semi-jacketed soft point, and it's almost $90 for a 20 box of cartridges or cases.
I would definitely be casting that one.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
them casings look pretty damn good, so hopefully I could get, at least 10 reloads out of them. I'm sure I could probably get more than that.
You may get more than that. I don't know.
Being that I'm using black powder, I mean, it'll be a lot more forgiving.
No, if you're going to shoot black powder, and that's a bottleneck case, anneal it every time, or you're going to lose them real fast.
Well, it's not a bottleneck; it's just a tapered, neck.
Well, the picture that I seen on them, they was bottlenecked on them.
those were probably custom made brass.
Here, I'll show them to you real quick. I'll give you a side by side perspective.
If you're using factory made ammo, they do a taper crimp because every chamber is a little bit different. So they're doing it. But as soon as you fire them, they're going to fire for them, and you'll see their bottleneck. That's the way my 4440 is.
Well, because on Buffalo Arms, there's two versions. There's a straight wall, and there's the one that I got that has that tapered neck. And here I'll get an example for you.
Okay.
Pat Putnam says he makes his own case off of them. Oh no, sorry. He says his for his 45 110 are $2.70 ish each. If he had a mini lathe, he'd make them out of a rod. I could see that. If I probably had a mini lathe, I'd be making 45 Colt brass all day long. But shoot, I'm on. I had out of 100, I've only had one case basically crumple on me. That's it, and they're on their fifth, sixth, seventh loading of them so far.
All right, so this here's a 44 Magnum. This here's a 45 Colt.
Damn near the same size.
And this is the 50-95.
And see, that I consider to be a bottleneck case.
But there's really no shoulder on there. It's
a faint shoulder.
Yeah. So that's really, according to my reloading data, it's considered a tapered neck, not a bottleneck or not a shouldered case. And there's
Is it prone to stretching out?
It'll fire form, so you will get stretching on the case mouth.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a learning experience as far as preservation of the case, whether I need to anneal every time or maybe every other or third time. I've seen different people say different things on that Bullet Casters forum. Some people say anneal every time. Other people say, different. So it's all just going to determine on the way my rifle fires, how much pressure is put on the case, all that. So, I mean, it's going to be an individual experience.
If you If you're going to shoot black powder at it, you're going to want to anneal every time because that black powder's so hot, it's just going to pound the piss out of that brass.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm gonna, you know, after every firing, I'm gonna take my calipers and I'm gonna measure the wall of the case and everything, and just see where everything's at. I'm gonna measure the length of the case, overall length, all that. So I'm gonna be taking down a lot of data. I got my little notebook and everything, but it's all put away right now. So
with my 4440, I loaded. I was hitting a needle on my first 2 loadings. By the third time around, I was already starting to crack the case.
wow, really?
That black powder, that heat just causes that brass to harden so fast, and it'll just start to crack out after a short time. So yeah, anytime you're going to use black powder in a case, I'd always anneal them right first time afterwards.
Wow.
I clean them and then I put them on a tray in my oven and just let it heat up until like the lowest setting. And it seems, and I haven't had a problem so far. But Michael, 45 Colt, 45, 5465, 54 freaking 80.
Yep.
This is a shoulder killer.
That's what the fellow that I bought my sharps from recommended.
That thing kills my shoulder. I mean, and how I found the load is I literally put the bullet in there until it seated properly, poured the powder in there until it went no more, flat raked it all, any excess off, put that back in the powder horn, and then pour that in the powder that was in there into a little measuring device, and then freaking sat there until it filled into a powder measure.
Yep.
And then I had to make a new former. Well, I didn't really. I just cheated. To make that, and that thing. Oh goodness. Sharps has no give to it in that metal butt plate.
Just wait till you fire a Mosin Nagant carbine.
I don't think the Mosin Nagants kick that much. I keep hearing that.
The rifles don't. The rifles are like
I know.
any other bolt action. That little short carbine that I got, that's son of a bitch, 5 rounds, and my shoulder's so sore I'm ready to quit.
Yeah, my daughter-in-law's got one of them carbines. We had it here for a while. They just have carried it up there to Fort Campbell.
It also depends if you're using what kind of ammo you're using too.
Well, everything from mill serp to 203 grain brown bear or silver bear.
I was using mill serp stuff, and then I found a guy that did some reloads that are really, really light because he was older and he didn't like being kicked around. And in that carbine, they still kick, but they're nowhere near as bad as the mill serp stuff. God damn.
And also depends on it. I mean, the length of pull too, because if it's too short for you, it's going to have a worse recoil.
This one's everything's set up just fine, but it's just that little short barrel. And mine throws about 32 inches of flame out the muzzle every time you fire it.
Then that means the load wasn't right for it.
Well, it's a carbine shooting rifle load.
It's just it's not all burning in the barrel. It's burning out of the barrel.
It's a short barrel for a full rifle cartridge. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
And you've got to have earplugs with ear muffs on top of them, because even with earplugs, that little son of a bitch rings my ears.
Yeah, the Mosin carbine actually had a specific load, just kind of like the trapdoor did. Most people don't know that, so they load the carbine for like the standard load. It's a little bit lighter of a load, but it's lighter than most people's light loads for them. But it's also the powder too. It was a powder they used. It was a fast burning powder. I can't think of anything that would be probably like something like Trail Boss loaded up in it would probably give you a lighter recoil. Hey, Warsaw. You said you were going to bed, Warsaw. What the hell? Or I would have sent you a link.
Michael Stan said he's got an M44 and it's kind of hard on his shoulder. Mine is a Chinese copy of the M44, so no, it's not just you. It'll knock the piss out of you.
Oh, you got the Chinese, yeah.
Mine's chrome lined barrel, so I don't have to clean that son of a bitch every time I shoot it.
Pat Putnam says the trapdoor carbine was 55 grains and a 400 and 5 grain. Yeah, and that's what the actual rifle was shooting too, and they just used filler.
Rifle had a heavier powder charge on the 4570, but then in the 80s they went to the 45, 55, 500 for the carbines, and the was 65 for the rifles. I think I have to check on that. I have to double check.
Hey, Reloading Press.
What's up, Nathan?
Warsaw said he couldn't sleep. Pat said early on they used the same ball, the same ammo. But everything I've read is said they started out at 70 grand, then they cut it down to so they wouldn't have two different cartridges because it kept getting mixed up.
If I have another one of these, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I think I'm gonna go get another.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm gonna sleep good.
Yeah, I was in before. Yeah. I couldn't remember the details on that one, Pat. Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, Warsaw, I did. I meant to comment something on it. I just didn't. I forgot. I'm sorry. It's been one of those weeks where you just kind of wanted to get drunk and not do anything. But I can tell you this. Since I lost this job, I have slept better. I am not stressed out.
Good.
I can tell you that much. Pat Punham says, "Welcome, sorry, slight trapdoor snob. I'm getting. I hate not to offend you, Pat, but I kind of like the sharps better but it's just personal opinion, personal preference.
I love a trapdoor, but I just can't afford to have one. And if I was going to buy one, it'd probably be an original because they're cheaper than the repros. Although Pedersoli makes pretty decent reproduction.
I've got an EMF sharps and with a IAB block. And I just love it. But yeah, I might have another job Monday, so might.
Yeah. Oh, something I'm going to share with everybody. Yesterday I was on the email phone with EMF about the Patterson revolvers, and they told me that they may be going out of production. So if you want a Patterson, you want to go lock it in right now, because he said if they still continue production on them, the price for the rest of the year is going to be $780, and then at the beginning of next year, it's going to go up again.
Why is it going up?
I don't know, but the Lamats are now at $1,400.
You figure since Pietta's buying them out, you bought them out, so they can have an.
Well, the guy said he was going to be talking to the Pietta brothers on Monday about the Pietta the revolvers, but yeah, he says the price is going to continue going up every year, and he said the Piettas we're going to go out of maybe going out. The Patterson Piettas might be going out, and I wouldn't be surprised if the little mats follow by, because the reason they're raising the price is because they ain't making enough money off them.
Probably. And also, they're probably building off of old stock that they weren't selling.
Right. And I did order one Pieta Patterson from another company that still had them in the $600 range. And the guy told me, I emailed him beforehand. He said they's in stock. So I got one coming in. I'd like to have got a pair, but I just can't swing it right now. But if this company still has a few later on, I might get another one.
You got your hands on a Patterson?
Okay.
Well, maybe. I ordered it, and I emailed the company beforehand, and they said that they had them in stock. I wanted to get a pair, but I couldn't swing it, not with my credit card bill the way it was this summer or this month. Things that my dog chewed up my debit card, and I had to spend everything on for gas and stuff on my credit card. But yeah, I may have one coming if then they were in stock like the guy told me they were.
Cool.
Behind the trigger says hi. Hey.
Howdy.
Reloading press.
Oh!
Nathan says, I'd say no to, I don't know what, I can't remember what Nathan's talking about. Remind us what you're talking about, Nathan. We're kind of drunk over here.
Speak for yourself, damn it. I can't see the side chat, so.
Okay, let's say this.
Apologize.
I'm drinking 100 proof Shine. Leave me alone.
I'm drinking
136, son.
green chili wine that has, actually this is red chili wine that has a freaking jalapeno stuck in it. So I'm burning out both ends.
I don't know if I want to be associated with y'all. I'm just drinking water.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I tell you what, the warmer this shit gets, the hotter it is. Holy shit.
I got a little water back. Ain't no thing.
Shit, we bring Plyboy on here to drink with us, and he's over here drinking water. He's being the good boy.
Nah,
He been drinking. What the hell?
Oh, wait, did Michael ask a question? Yeah, he did. Okay, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Hold on. Michael Stan said, my dad had a friend who stopped reloading 9 years ago. Oh, God. He gave me the powder. It's unopened. Is it still okay to use? And I'll take a PDF of those books if you want to send it. I need your stuff, Michael, to send you those PDF files that I have.
I'd say 9 years, your powder's probably still good, but it's not going to be as potent. I'd stay in your middle pressure loads just to make sure that it's right, but should be all right as long as it ain't opened.
I think he said it was open.
He says unopened.
Oh, unopened. Okay.
Yeah.
And as long as it's not in a tin or a metal container.
Yeah.
And if it's not nitro powder, because sometimes that nitro powder can get funky after a while.
Yeah.
Glyceride. Or
Just
get sweaty.
Uh-huh. Just take it and you swipe your finger on it and go poof.
Yeah, right. You drop that son of a bitch and
Oh shit.
Michael,
Yeah.
I remember when I was up in Wyoming one time, we found an old crate of dynamite, and all that dynamite had sweated real bad.
Ooh.
And I being a smart ass, I took and I rubbed my finger up that one and I flung it on the ground to pop it. Just touching that on my finger, I had the worst fucking headache I'd ever had in my life.
Oh yeah. But to answer his question, the best way to know is look up the powder, look at the shelf life, and then go from there. Because I think farthest. Oh shit! Thank you, Jason. I think this Trail Boss has like a shelf life of 5 years, unopened. Something like that.
Well, and it'll still fire after that. It's just that it starts degrading and losing power. It's not as powerful as it goes on.
Well, some powders will degrade or diminish in power. Others will become erratic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
nitrogen ones.
yeah. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like Jeremy said, I mean, your best bet. Don't listen to us dumbasses on here telling you, you know, to just try this or that. Go online, look up the manufacturer, look up shelf life for it, and just do your research on it. Um, you know, if it's in a one of those polyethylene type plastic containers, you know, you're probably not going to look at a lot of degradation. If it's in a metal container, however, you might get oxidation or rust or something in there
Yeah.
from the container itself. So that might
He
make some
says
erratic patterns.
he says he'll stay in the middle, and it's in plastic containers. Uh, I would only try like stay in the middle and try only 5 rounds at a time.
Yeah,
That way,
definitely do a ladder test. Yeah.
And just watch your pressure.
Yep. Watch your primers. Make sure they're not flattening out.
yeah,
Look for any
just
stresses on your casings.
uh,
The
and the
reloading
reloading.
press
Nathan,
that spoiled the whole thing.
yeah. Well, how do you know if Trailbots is went, you know, bad? How is it? Because it stinks now.
Yeah, Trail Boss like has a funky scent
Frick,
to it.
Varget and H4350 stink. They smell like cat piss to me.
Oh. Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad Nathan's here. He's not drunk.
As far as we know.
Yeah, well, he said he's just drinking a Dr. Hold on. Warsaw, I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but it's going fast. I want to hear something funny at work a couple of days ago. I had a big ass pigeon in the yard and tried to scare him away. The thing didn't move even when I slightly touched him with a fork of a forklift. He just stood there like a deer in the headlights. Was he drunk on my shine? Oh.
Considering it's in Illinois, I wouldn't doubt it.
Trapper Paul says picked up a sweet Winchester 1892 stamp 22 long with an octagon barrel. I want to see a video on that soon.
Nice.
Yeah, speaking of the birds, I remember when I was working up there. What the hell was that? If I was in Wyoming or somewhere, but anyway, I was doing something somewhere, and I had some to drink, so that's probably why I can't remember what we was doing. But I just remember this pheasant coming out, and we was operating this big thing of equipment which had a huge fan on it. And the pheasant flies straight up in front of the fan, and he's flapping to beat hell, and he just gets sucked into the blades.
Oh no!
And what was funny is the feathers went everywhere, but the bird managed to come out, and he was running. But I think it got his wings because he couldn't fly, and he just kind of ran off in the weeds.
So it stripped him.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, it was.
Oh,
I don't remember what the hell we was doing that day.
me and my buddy went out to a range, right? A public outdoor range, right? Was sitting there shooting. A deer walks out and stops. Just stops right in the middle of our freaking target. 2 days before freaking deer season. Like,
That's about the way it works.
I was just about to say, ain't that how it always works? You know, they're all out and abundant, you know, right before deer season. Then opening day, it's like they're gone.
Well, they got it marked on their calendars. They know.
Right.
Like antelope season. One year I was going to buy an antelope tag, and all the antelope were up around the place. They'd come into the water tank while I was standing there, and I thought, it'll be the easiest freaking antelope tag I ever filled. Opening day antelope season, didn't see a goddamn antelope. Not until after closing day.
They know.
Yep.
Shoot. Pigeons are rats with wings, says Warsaw Patriot. What I don't like about this stuff so far is the burn comes after like 5 minutes afterwards.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Mine's tickling my nose. Dang.
You drinking it wrong then.
I guess so.
You're supposed to drink it not with your nose.
Hey Nathan, I'm gonna make you a moderator because you keep getting, for some reason your shit keeps getting because you're not drunk. And would you?
Just because I'm drinking don't mean I'm drunk.
Oh, I'm drunk.
I ain't near as think as you drunk I am.
That's right.
Hey Nathan, could you put a link to the headspace so he can find it, please? So I don't know how to remember.
Yeah, drop a link for TRN and Headspace and Slack if you can.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, brother. We ain't got no problem promoting those venues. Yeah. And Plowboy, I don't know if you're a member of the Reloaders Network or not, but definitely check them out. The reloadersnetwork.com.
I'm familiar with it, but I'm pretty sure I haven't joined it.
Okay.
I probably would know, but then again,
Yeah. Dan George Dickel.
I get bills sometimes I don't remember buying, things.
Yeah.
Don't you hate when that frickin' happens?
Depends on what it is.
This is true.
Trapper Paul. Yeah. Trapper Paul says the chat just started and old gunslingers be drunk. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep, pretty much.
I have a feeling Plowboy's been doing it longer than I have, so.
But I'm in moderation. I've been drinking in moderation since before dinner today.
Pat Pundam asked, how many reasons did I cycle through there, Jeremy? I don't really remember what that was about. It was Apple Shine. That I made myself.
Applejack.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the name of it.
Take me back.
Warsaw, I think you underestimate how smart I was to begin with, because to lose brain cells, I'd have to have them.
It only kills the weak ones.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't need them anyway.
Yeah, we're just culling the herd.
That's right. Mm-hmm. We're getting down to the good ones.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't mess with the three things I love the most, I'm fine. I can't say I can't say them because then YouTube definitely take my channel down.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna ask.
Oh no, those are not the bad ones.
Oh, okay.
But every time you yeah, milsurps are. Let's not go there with milsurps because you've got. It depends on which war, and then sometimes you got World War I variants that were reissued during World War II to these other countries over here because they're poor. So they've been Yeah, they've been stripped, re-stamped. The milsurps are a pain in the arse sometimes.
Yeah, it just all depends. It depends on the age, like the period. It depends on the model or the caliber. Uh, which gun or rifle, handgun or rifle. I got a milsurp recently, and I mean, heck, I'm pretty satisfied with it. It's actually the first. Well, see, I'm not sure if it's the first or the second milsurp because I have an M1A that I'm not entirely sure if it's an actual milsurp or if it's a more recent model because of its serial number. And I still haven't figured out how to look up that particular gun or that particular make serial numbers. It's a Springfield M1A1,
Should
and
send that to me.
the first and last number on the serial are 0.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking it might be a milsurp, but it's in way too good condition to be an actual milsurp. I think it might be a repro
Well, it could be a refurb.
or a refurb. Yeah,
We're talking about $1,000, right?
not a Garen. It's a M1A1, an M14.
Oh, gotcha.
But
Yeah, it's probably refurbished.
it's in great condition. And the price that I got it for just could not be beat. And the fact that I got it with 6 box mags, the original manual, a Army marksman um, manual from like 1970 something, uh, and a bayonet.
Wow. Now,
So
does it have a little cutout back by the receiver, just above the?
it does have the selector cutout.
Okay.
So that's why I'm thinking it might be a milsurp, but it might be just a really good reproduction. So I don't know until I can figure out how to search the serial number on it. I've tried googling it several times, but there's certain apps that you have to pay for, and I just don't want to pay for just to look up that one gun. You know what I
I
mean?
forget what it is, but sometimes some of those milsurp, if they were put on the milsurp market before the GCA,
Mm-hmm.
they were full autos that were converted to semi-auto, and there's one way of looking at them. My dad had a carbine, M1 carbine that was Korean War, so it was full auto capable. But they drilled and pinned it so that it was only be semi-auto.
Yep.
And he had it before the Gun Control Act went in, and he said that the whatever they didn't work because it would go full auto.
Yeah, it would still like bump fire
Yeah.
or slam fire.
No, it would the switch would engage.
Well,
They instead of preventing a switch from going back, they actually fucked it up, and it would just automatically kick
Oh,
itself.
yeah, okay.
So he said you'd be sitting there shooting, and then all of a sudden it just start doing little bursts when you pull the trigger.
It would go brup, brup, yeah, and it'd start. You'd get like maybe 1 or 2 pop, pop, and then get a brup, and then get another pop, pop.
Yeah.
all right,
Yep.
hold on
He
one second. Hold on, 1 second, guys. Michael Stans, I sent you an email. That just email me back because I'm a little too drunk to remember how to send people PDF files, and I will send you all the manuals that I have at the current time. Just know it's a big old file. Just remind me. Just send me an email back as the reminder, okay?
And here's the
Okay.
thing on that M1 is I got to go back and look at it again, but I think it's all matching numbers.
Oh wow. Yeah, it might be a refurbished.
Yeah.
Because Hickok 45 had one of those that had the selector slot on it, and it was original, and it looked like it was brand new.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing
I mean-
that's probably a refurb.
I mean, it doesn't look brand new, but I mean, it's in really, really good condition.
Right. It wasn't
And
used and abused.
yeah, and it was a commission buy. I
Uh,
bought it on commission. You know, it was sold on commission.
Right.
But yeah, but I got the here. I'll grab the bayonet real quick.
well, I know where my milsurp is, and it's where the provenance of it. It was originally it was a refurbished one from World War One that got refurbished for World War Two, and it served until my grandpa brought it home.
Supposedly, my grandfather, who served in Guadalcanal in World War II, he had brought home a M1 Garand, but I never actually saw it, so I don't know how true that is. But here's the bayonet that came with the M1A that I got,
Yeah.
and
that's, I think that's the same bayonet they used in Vietnam on the M16.
yeah,
It is.
it's the MA US M8A.
Yeah, my step grandpa has one.
Okay, I got to show my bayonet off now. Give me a minute.
You got the big old saber bayonet.
Yeah, on a little bitty short fucking rifle.
I thought about getting the real big bayonet, but I like this one because this is the reason I like this one is
Hey,
because
I'm
it's kind of based off of the trench knife. It's got that same double edged top quarter or 1/3 top blade. A really nice knife. I really don't use it at all. I've been trying to preserve it. I probably should use it though. It's meant to be used, right? But that's my baby. I just need to get some glass for it. I want to take it out to a long range and try to push it out. See what I can do with it.
Hey, here's my bayonet.
Yep.
It's not done yet. I just got the blade. It's for my pistol for when I go hog hunting. I get it finished mounting the. It's supposed to go in there like that, and I just haven't finished it yet. So if I miss, I can still have a big sharp pointy thing to stab the hog with.
Yep. Good
Hey,
luck
here-
it don't break your wrist.
Oops, I'll do it this way. Here's the
Oh, no,
rifle.
Oh wow.
The bayonet is longer than a fucking barrel.
Damn.
J8. JH was asking Michael, what state was your rifle made in?
Hey JH. I'm assuming Springfield, Illinois. Or not assuming, I mean I know for a fact it does stay it has it printed on there.
Sorry, Jamie. I've had one of these full of shine. Sorry.
Yeah, Jamie, I can't see the side chat. I don't have my laptop set up, so apologize for that.
Yeah, and if anybody out there knows where you can find the latching system for a Carcano bayonet, mine's missing. That's the only reason I don't keep my bayonet on my rifle, because it will not latch shut. But if anybody knows where to find one of that, if you put it over there in the comment section, because I'd like to put my bayonet on my gun.
Oh, and here's another way I can carry my bayonet right here. Yeah, that's just the blade part, by the way.
Yeah, I could use this like a freaking spear with this bayonet on there.
Duke, I just want to show you something. My bayonet's bigger than my freaking whole pistol.
My bayonet's bigger than my freaking rifle.
No, I'm not gonna go there.
Hi, Mick. But no,
Not
but
that
no,
cannon.
but no, Michael. The way I'm gonna do it is I shoot, I miss, I grab the bayonet, slap it on there, grab. Yeah.
You want to
Oh, I
have that
still have a
son
little
bitch
bit of
on there.
reach.
You want the bayonet on there before.
Yeah.
Yeah, before because by the time I guarantee you, by the time you grab that son bitch, that hog's gonna be goring the shit out of you.
Well, that's the backup to the backup.
Either that or get a dog, because at least the dog will stop him, or at least slow him down enough to.
Smoke would eat it, and then I'd have no bacon. Sam would eat it, so I'd have no bacon.
This thing was made in 1916, but it's stamped FAG 38. So I'm guessing that's some Italian armory.
Yep.
Trapper Paul says
that-
there's some bayonet groups on Facebook.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that'd probably be your best bet there, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Michael. Oh, excuse me.
Yep.
First. Second. Third line of defense for a boar. Because that's when we. What in the hell's coming up? What's going on here? What the? Get off. What? Okay.
You watching porn over there, Jeremy, or what?
That's what I was wondering.
I don't know. I tried to open up another page of Chrome. I don't know. I guess I hit the mouse thing down
You
here.
put the what in the what?
This is a
And she was doing
54.
what?
You put the lizards and the gizzards. You want me to stuff that in my face?
But anyway,
Puts
Michael.
the lotions in the basket.
Illinois made an M1A1 at our commercial military rifles were made in Massachusetts.
That place.
Yeah.
That place. Mashed potato two sits.
That's it.
I like to say
Jeremy watching
Massachusetts.
porn. My computer has become sure LOL. Sure LOL. It was Pornhub. No, I don't like Pornhub.
Why? They're free.
Exactly.
And they like gun YouTubers.
Yeah, they like gun people.
It's like right after that big demonetization, the first big one, a bunch of my buddies asked me what I was doing, and I said, I just kind of putting up with it. And the one suggested, he said, you can go to Pornhub like some of the other ones. I said, yeah, all I gotta do is find a girl that likes to fucking shoot guns, and I'd be set.
Right? That's got a big old rack too.
Yeah,
Nathan
exactly.
Nathan says
So
none
when
of
she's shooting. Go ahead.
Nathan says none of midget porn on Pornhub. But Michael, if the board don't stop for a 54 or a 45.
If the board don't stop for a 54, is because you missed.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if it don't stop for 6 shots of 45 or 5 shots of 45, it better stop for the freaking 50.
Yep.
But if it's
If
after
not-
you ain't gonna have time to go through all them. If it's on you.
Yep, that's right.
The last time
That means you're gonna be carrying 3 rifles on you when you're walking through the brush.
no 50 count the sharps. That's a 54. The 45 revolver. and then the 50 cal pistol
Oh,
in my
yeah,
boot.
that's right. Well, you got the revolver. Yeah, that's right.
With a 4-foot bayonet. Don't forget that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the
the
4-foot.
that was just a joke. This is a wall
Well,
hanger. It wouldn't work.
That's the bushwhacker. That's the bushwhacker.
With
No,
a claymore sword on the end of a pistol.
Yeah, right.
Where is it? Where is it? Hey, there's my
Yeah,
hat.
just put a basket Scottish claymore on the end of it.
Yeah. Just duct tape it on. It'll work.
Yeah, yeah, just duct tape that son bitch on there.
Oh, where is it? Ah, there he is. Now this is what I usually have on my belt.
Yep. Gotta have the buoy.
Oh, my mother has one bigger.
I wouldn't go around. Never mind. Oh,
We've
shit.
got way too much for that. Jane Murphy says the best way to boar hunt is from a tree. Yeah, but if you're going to walk to a deer and a boar rushes you,
Unless it's a mesquite tree, because, man, them sons of bitches will climb that son of a bitch. I know from experience.
Yeah,
Pat
but
Putnam says, "What person does it?" Oh, sorry, Jeremy.
First time I ever went boar hunting, the first boar I ever got was a 410 shotgun, hand loads with a slug, dead center shot in the eyeball, between the eyeballs. Luckiest hip shot I've ever had, and I literally pissed my pants because it was charging my ass.
Yep.
And I shot through the shotgun at the boar, started climbing a tree. It literally stopped this far from the shotgun.
So you gave the pig a weapon.
It had tusks this big on it. It didn't need weapons. It was
But
the
just
weapon.
in case you give it a shotgun.
Yeah, just
I got
in case you give it a shot.
If
it was a single shot, it was already unloaded.
Yeah, it was unloaded. I was trying to.
Them things are mean, though. They might load it.
Yeah, right.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. My mama's got 136 acres down in South Texas, and we were setting up a bunch of blinds and stuff, but there was an old blind that had been there for years and years, and it was just made out of particle board, and it was a ground blind, made out of particle board, and it was meant to where you could sit down, and the top of the blind was basically like nose level, so you can set your rifle on the frame. It was 2x4s. It was a 2x4 frame with particle board, and it had like a little cutout where you can get in there, or you can just jump over or whatever you wanted to do, but it had a little cutout anyway.
All right, hold on 1 second. Nathan says, where was it? He's not sure wild pig is all that edible. Okay, we need to make a distinction here. Wild pigs are domesticated pigs that got out. What I'm talking about,
feral pigs.
Yeah, feral pigs or wild pigs after
Yep.
the first breeding cycle. What I'm talking about are freaking pigs that have
Hogs.
knives in their mouths. Yeah, hogs that would make domestic pigs that you see at the farmyard look like little, because they have hair, they're huge, and they will eat you.
I had me some tusks that were easily like about 8-9 inches long, and they weren't even from the root either. Like if you include the root, that's another like 3 or 4 inches. But anyway, going back to my story, I was sitting in this blind, and mess of hogs came out. One of them saw me, peep up from, because actually I'd fallen asleep. I was sitting there, I was by myself because I was the youngest kid in the family. Nobody wanted to, sit with me in the blind. They all wanted to sit in their own blind. Anyway, so I'm sitting there. I woke up because I heard the crunching of the corn. They were sitting there eating the corn, and I poked my head up to see, and there was a big old boar sitting right there about 20 yards from me, and he seen me poke my head up. He starts freaking charging at me, and I freak out. Immediately I freak out, and about, and of course this is seconds I'm talking about. The moment I realized, well, wait a minute, I'm in a blind, he ain't going to get to me. I calmed myself, took my shot, hit him, and I got a top shoulder, hit. I was lucky enough that I hit him in the spine, so his back legs went out on him, but he made it all the way up to the blind because we're talking, easily about 20, 25 yards. Hit the wall of the ground blind, and because this ground blind, like I said, it had stood there for easily about 15, 20 years in dry, hot South Texas weather. He went through the damn wall and landed right in my lap. Nearly. Was right there at my feet, and I had to rack another round and freaking put one, in the back of his head. But that freaked the ever living shit out of me. And that was like the closest encounter. Well, I can't say closest encounter I've ever had with a wild animal, because I've had so many freaking rattlesnakes crawl up on me, damn near. But yeah,
the wild animal was a mama black bear when I scared her cubs when I was fly fishing up in the mountains one time.
Oh yeah, I think you told us that story.
Yeah,
not too long ago.
I'm glad she didn't call my bluff, because I was ready to kill her.
Yeah.
Bears. Luckily, I've never had to deal with bears, because in South Texas, there ain't no bears. Every now and again, you'll get a puma or a mountain lion or whatever that come up from Mexico, but I've never actually seen one. I've seen tracks of them, but never actually put my eyeballs, on one. But anyway, go ahead, Jeremy.
All right, this is my buoy, right? The Mozzie Oak Woodman buoy, right?
This is my buoy. There are many like it, but this is
what I thought. But this one is mine.
This is my mother's buoy that I already finished for.
Oh yeah,
I got one just like that.
This one's done in the 70s.
Yeah, that's a big old chopper.
Well, let's just say this. This one will. I've took down a tree with this one. This is a freaking small sword.
No, laddie, this is a small sword.
Yeah, that is a short sword. That is a butcher knife.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got a small sword too.
That's big ball sack with.
That's a.
I got a small sword.
That's
too.
a bitcher.
Oh, but yeah. Yeah, but this was made back in the 70s, I think.
That reminds me of the old hickory butcher knives.
Oh, what's bad is before I had to restore it, it was thicker.
Yep.
This thing was literally about that much. Was literally had like an inch of rust all over it.
Michael Stahn says, "You're right. Your mom's is bigger than yours." It reminds me of a joke I heard. How do you tell if your girlfriend's on parabolic steroids?
Her Adam's apples is
balls
bigger than yours.
No, she bends you over the bed and fucks you in the ass with her clit.
Damn. Yikes.
Yeah, don't mess with the coyote packs unless you got. That's why you need an AR with 30-round clip.
Oh,
magazine.
Oh, you want to hear about a coyote pack? Here's another story, and it was in the same damn blind. I was sitting there. This is before the hog incident, mind you, so the blind was still intact. But I'm sitting there, and I hear, some coyotes baying in the distance. And down in South Texas at a certain time, and when I was down there, they were having a big issue with what's called a super pack, where you had multiple packs, kind of like banding together. So anyway, I'm hearing, these coyotes baying in the distance, and I'm like, all right, coyotes, blah, whatever. They're getting closer, closer. And then all of a sudden, I see one run by, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then all of a sudden there's just like a herd, like literally like a herd of cattle running through, and it must have been at least 60 to 80 large. And I had never in my entire life seen a coyote pack that freaking big. And I had a couple of them stop and look at me because they saw me sitting there, and I racked my gun because I had my lever action with me. And they kept going. But I mean, they were like, from here to, basically where my phone is almost, they were like maybe 5-10 feet away from me. But I mean, that freaked me the hell out. And it was crazy because they were just running. Like, I don't know what spooked them or what they were going at or what they were going after, but it was the most incredible sight I had ever seen. I was just like, wow. And it lasted like a good couple of minutes. They just kept running through,
funny.
and it was nuts. That was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in nature.
When
It's a damn good thing that they didn't. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Plowboy.
I was going to say it's a damn good thing they didn't know his magazine capacity of his rifle.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'd have been screwed. Oh, I mean, I was just like, after it all ended, I was sitting there in total awe. I was just like, what the hell was that?
And now you know why I carry 3 guns with me when I go to my woods. And a big-ass knife.
I've noticed with coyotes, if you get a pack of about 4 or more than 4, they lose all fears. Like there's 3 of them, they see you, they'll still go off. They might not go as fast as 1 or 2. 3 of them will still go off. You start getting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They'll sit there and you can shoot at them all damn day long, and they don't give a shit.
If you're by yourself, yeah, man. I mean, people think coyotes, they're just little dogs, blah, whatever. In South Texas, they're pretty big.
There was one winter up there where it was really cold, and the coyotes were having a hard time finding stuff to eat. We had an old crippled cow out in the pasture, and one day I went out to feed them. They had that crippled cow, and they was trying to bring her down. And I stopped the tractor, and I stuck the gun out, and I had 5 shells in the gun, and I shot 4 coyotes. After I'd shot 4 of them, the last 2 decided it was time to get the hell out of there. But the funny thing was they took 4 of them dropping before the other 2 decided to go.
Right.
And then on the 5th round, I missed. So the last 2 got gone. But of the 4, I only dropped 2 in their tracks. The other 2 I gut shot, and they we tracked them for 2 miles, and then we gave up on them.
Yeah.
All right, my mother wants me to tell y'all about the time we had some wolves walk up on our property before we. Now, this is the time this is kind of why I got the handguns. Because I went outside because I lived out in the middle of nowhere and I wanted to go outside and piss on a tree. I mean, So I put my Bowie knife on my hip and I walk outside and start to piss on a tree. I had the porch light on behind it, and I saw these set of eyes come up walking right at me. I'm like, oh, it's just some stray dogs, right? Nope. So I proceed to start peeing on the wolves. One got a little too close, and I pulled the Bowie knife, and you still see him out there. He's got a big old slash mark across his face where I hit him with that thing. But yeah, I mean, I lived out in the middle of nowhere, and I said, screw it, I want to go pee on a tree. Let's just say this: next day, I got a handgun. And I started carrying it with me everywhere. 'Cause, well, let's just say it was in close enough distance that it could have bit something off if it wanted to.
It'd have to have really good aim.
Oh no, not really.
Was it a Chinese wolf? Because it might have needed chopsticks.
Ah. Michael, just remember, I get to the range more than you do.
That don't mean shit.
But yeah. My brother got me this.
What you doing, Plowboy?
I'm trying to see if I can put this bayonet on the end of this 44 Magnum.
You know, they do make bayonets for guns that got rails on the bottom of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, put a Picatinny on that.
I'm tempted to get a little bayonet for my little 40 Smith & Wesson.
Hey.
Hey, which one is that, Plowboy? What?
The gun or the bayonet?
The gun.
That's 40. That's that Taurus Model 44.
Model
Yeah.
44. Yeah, that's what I thought. You know what? What's the barrel length on that?
They claim it's a 4-inch, but you know that last inch of barrel is actually a ported chamber. It's not really a rifle barrel at the end, so it's a 3-inch with a 1-inch ported chamber on the end of it.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know because I was really interested in that. I had seen one online, and I was interested in. And the thing is that the pictures that they had on there, I couldn't see if it was ported or not, and it didn't say in the description if it was ported or not.
Yeah,
and I know the
them.
6-inch. Yeah, I know the 6-inch is ported, but I didn't know if the 4-inch was ported. So
the 4-inch is ported too, and this is the 6-shot full frame model. And I've been shooting them 310 grain. I've got them loaded fairly warm. It'll handle them just fine.
Yep. Yeah, well, I'm really, because I've been wanting, I got this Rossi in 44 mag. I want to get, what I really, really want is Smith & Wesson Model 29, 6.5 inch, 44 Magnum. But man, they're just a little out of my price range.
Yeah, they're proud of that.
They're a little too proud, if you ask me. But but that Taurus though, and being that Rossi and Taurus, they're co-conspirators.
Yeah.
I'm really considering getting that Model 44.
Well, I'm in love with this. I mean, I like that tracker that I have, that little 5-shot tracker 44, but this is a lot more robust. It's a lot stronger build. You can tell it's a heavier, thicker gun, and it feels even higher quality when you're running it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't hesitate to buy another one of these in a heartbeat. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, I know in the past somebody might have had trouble with Taurus.
Yeah.
But I've had a lot of good luck with it, especially the revolvers.
Their revolvers are great. Their semi-autos, but their revolvers are great.
I had a little Taurus Judge, and I love that thing. That thing saved my life a few times.
I had one for a little while. Now this one right here, for all the guff that Taurus gets, that's my most viewed videos on my channel. I put anything Taurus up and it goes crazy.
Right.
People watch it. So apparently somebody likes it.
Yeah.
Other than just me,
What?
Well, gents, I'm going to have to sign off for the night, so I'll say adios, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Take her easy, man.
Hey, all right, Duke. Have a good night.
Yep.
But now I've been carrying these, been loading up these, I don't know if it'll even show. These are 300.
Try doing like this.
Yeah.
There he goes.
It's a 300 grain deep curl spear that I'm loading up in these, let's see, 21.5 grains of 2400 powder. So it's just a hair below a Keith load. Excuse me, these are 240 grain.
the reason why I like that Judge so much is because it had the longer barrel, and I could shoot the 410 out of it, and I could squirrel hunt, or I could load up the 45 Colt,
Yeah.
and it had enough velocity out of it, or the slugs, and it had enough velocity out of it to be a nice little varmint round.
Well, you can, with a gun like that, Judge, you can go anywhere from varmint to small game, and that's what I liked about that. And here's the thing, though, I was a little disappointed in the fact that they didn't, market it that way. They marketed it solely as a self-defense, aperture.
Yeah.
They could have really hit the niche by marketing it to the small game hunters and stuff like that.
Especially the longer barrel models.
Yeah,
Night,
exactly.
Nathan.
Have a good night, Nathan. Thanks for stopping by.
Is it? And I wrote him a letter when they first was going. I'm like, why not you just make it a longer barrel, chamber in a bunch of different calibers, and market it like that, like that. It's not trying to go self defense. It's not ever going to work. But I've noticed that they've for the tourist Judge, that's where it kind of fit. But they're still trying to market it as a self defense pistol. But if you notice, a lot of hunters will carry it loaded with hot 45 self defense rounds for varmints out there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I wish I never got rid of it, but I moved to a place where they had a policy. The renting policy said, which I found out was against the law of my state, that you couldn't have firearms in the place. I'm like, okay, And then I found out about it, and so I got my deposit back. I got everything in. I got the fuck out of there. But I sold it to a pawn shop because I didn't figure, anyone would want it. It sat there for the guy at the pawn shop said it sat there for 2 days and someone picked it up for double what he paid me for it. I'm like, really?
Yeah, when I decided to let go of that stainless Judge Magnum, I didn't have no problem getting rid of it. Matter of fact, old dude that sold guns at the flea market, I went to him and I just mentioned that I was thinking about letting it go, and he said, "What do you take for it?" And I told him, he said, "You got it with you?" I said, "Hell yeah, got the box and everything." He paid me right there, and it was over five. I think it was right around or over $500. It was over $500.
It was an expensive gun when it first came out.
I'm thinking that I got over $5.25 for it. I may be wrong. It's been a while. That's been several gun deals ago.
Look at Michael's camera.
Yeah.
Corner. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can. Come on. That is a smart dog right there, everyone. That is a smart dog. Oh.
As long as it don't ever learn to open its own beer.
Yeah, or have become addicted to coffee. I know my two hunting dogs. They won't go hunting unless they have their cup of coffee in the morning. Because they.
I had a couple of horses that would drink beer with me.
I had one that stole my coffee when I lived in Oklahoma for a little while.
And my wife had a picture of me with one of my horses out in the front yard. It was laying down, and I was propped up against it. I'd take a sip of beer and pour some in my hand. It'd be licking at them while I'm drinking my beer. She had pictures of me doing that.
Pat Punham said he had a horse steal a bottle of blackberry brandy from him. Yeah, horses are just cantankerous sometimes. But
Well, they're just big. Did you know that the Native Americans didn't have a name for a horse? They just called them big dogs.
mm-hmm. Oh crap!
Yeah. Go use the bathroom, and my dog go to the bathroom, and he said, "Hey, I want some water." So I had to show that.
No, apparently my dog heard the C word, and yeah, you cannot say coffee in my house because she perks up every time because she has to have her coffee and animal crackers every time she goes hunting. Well, I didn't
Animal
have
crackers.
Well, we got her, and we the store closed before we could get her dog food, some puppy food. And I'm like, I had some old coffee. I'm like, you know what? Here's some animal cracker. Here's some coffee. You'll run around for a while. You shit for a little bit. You'll be outside. You'll sleep good tonight. I know it would make her addicted. But hey, we woke up to 5 squirrels on our front porch that morning.
And the dog running in circles for the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
Well, she had a whole 2 acres to run on, and she caught us 5 squirrels and left them with it during squirrel season too. And I mean, the heads were eating off of them, but
Yeah. Left the best part then.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's like we had a half pit, half boxer when I was down in Texas, and he would catch possums and eat their faces off. We called him the possum serial killer.
Oh, what's bad is everyone thinks I spent a long time training my dogs to hunt. No, I just say, "Go get me a squirrel," and they'll run out in the woods, both of them, get me a squirrel, and bring it back to me. Eat the heads off, and then as they drop it on the ground, go get me a rabbit. They go and get me rabbits. If shit hit the fan tomorrow, I won't have to worry about food.
Right. That's like having a falcon or a hawk or something that can hunt for you.
Yeah.
I had a couple basset hounds that, oh man, they were rabbit destroyers. They would drop off rabbits in front of our door, at our doorstep, like 4 or 5 a day. It was nuts.
Shoot, if only I could get them to make moonshine. Shoot, I'd be really set then.
Right.
I'd be happy if mine just go find lead.
There you go.
Oh, I'm stockpiling that crap. I've got like 20 pounds hidden away in different spots.
I've got some sitting back, and I've got a whole lot made into bullets sitting back, but I need a whole lot more. There's a guy that lives, he lives and works over toward Huntsville, and he's got probably another 500 pounds. He told me he'd sell me for $1.15 a pound. So I'm gonna get some of it here and there.
Nice.
And it's all clean. It's as a matter of fact, it's all weighed out. It's in these priority mail boxes. They had to be under 70 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And these are all in the 60-pound range, and they're unopened. And because he got them one box at a time off somebody in Pennsylvania, he said. And it's clean wheel weight lead.
If I have been doing some experiments with wheel weight lead. If you take the tape, the ones that have the sticky backs, the tape, the long tape ones, you put those in your casting pot and let them sit there for about 30 minutes and scrape off the stuff at the top, and don't flux. You can make round balls out of them or your conicals, kind of like these, and they'll load just like pure lead into your cap and ball revolver.
I don't know. Now, the only stuff I'm getting from all my muzzleloader stuff and for black powder 45 cartridge stuff, I'm using my brother Zen Roofing. I'm getting those roof vents from the roof.
Yep.
They're so soft you can tear them. You can cut them with scissors, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
making my muzzleloader stuff out of.
That's pure. Yeah, that's damn near pure lead.
Well, right here to prove my point. Here's a wheel weight. One of those that I just
Mhm.
told you about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use the stick-on wheel weights.
Yeah,
That's what he's talking about. Stick-on
yeah.
wheel weights are about 10 to 12 BHN, which 12 would be the higher end. It would be harder. You want to use anywhere between 8 and 10, but I mean you can get away, like with your Griswold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I've got some
Coach,
12 BHN wheel weight lead that I've cast into some bullets, into some round ball, and it'll load up all right. It's a little rough to get it seated, but
Yeah.
it'll still seat.
Well, Colts and Griswolds, like the 1860s, and those, the one with the teeth on them, you can use a little bit harder, but I'm just saying, Remington, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm talking about. Now
Yeah,
I've got
with the
this
Remington, it's a little easier.
Now, actually, it has a weaker loading gate, a loading lever than a Colt or a Griswold.
Well, maybe a little weaker than the 61 or the 60, because the 60 and the 61 have the ratchet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Navy, probably not, but yeah, it loaded right in there, and I loaded it in the one. Good thing I loaded it in the right one. But yeah, see, it's a little tough. It's a little tough, but it gets in there.
Yeah.
For 45 Colt, I'm just using wheel weights.
Well, for 45
black powder.
For smokeless loads, I'm using wheel weights, but for I go softer than that for black powder.
Well, I haven't had a problem so far out of mine yet.
I'm waiting to get a 5-gallon bucket of
shut up
battery posts from a friend of mine that were cast into these long trapezoidal ingots.
Yeah,
but I mean you can take those and snap them.
Yeah, I've got some of
They're
that.
soft. It's soft lead.
Yeah.
I gotta get this out, and I gotta figure out what I use.
So I got a couple of ingots that Jamie JH586 he sent me that were wheel weight, and they're about 12 BHN. So what I'm gonna do is throw those in the pot and throw some of that those battery post leads in there to soften it up a little bit.
Right,
get it down to at least like 8 or 9, 10 maybe the most, so I can cast some of these Lee conical for my Ruger. I've been meaning to do that, and I'm waiting on getting that those battery post leads so I can get that softened up and cast those out. I want to do some testing on that. Mainly, I've been using for my Ruger Old Army. I've been using that R&D 45 Colt conversion cylinder, and I bought me some Arms Core Colt long Colt, 45 long Colt, and they're the truncated cone, like a semi wad cutter.
Yeah,
man, those suckers thump. Oh, they thump, man. I've hit some steel on that, and oh man, yeah, they were rocking that steel. I'm really liking that Arms Core 45 long Colt.
Yeah, I haven't shot factory 45 Colt in a while now. But that's what got me into reloading was 45 Colt, and I had gone spell one time there of 16 months with a Ruger New Vaquero without shooting it because I really couldn't afford the ammo, and I had like 2 or 3 45 Colt guns, and then after that I said screw it. I started reloading, and now if I wanted to, I could go out and shoot, and not feel bad about it, not cost much.
Yep.
But my problem is I love having all my brass loaded up, so I don't shoot as much as I should because just as soon as I do, I got to go back and reload it.
Yep. That's the name of the game.
Well, I found that through historical that a lot of like the 45 Colts, their actual and the sharps that I have and the trap door, I think we're all 20-to-1 lead compound. 20 parts lead to 1 part tin, and that
Antimony.
tin, no, just tin. There, well, you probably had some antimony in it, but try and drive that ball back out. I left the nipple empty. I'm trying to get this out now. Well, these chambers are 4.52, and I'm using a 4.54 round ball, so that's another reason it's a little tough to get them in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
But even if it is a little hard lead, you could always, make you something like this that you could off the gun load them onto.
See, I'm not personally concerned with the difficulty in loading. What I want to do is I want to make sure that I don't have, as long as I guess as it's sized fine, a little bit harder bullet would be all right. But I want to make sure that I don't get a lot of leading because you can get leading from having too hard of a bullet.
Oh yeah,
or too soft of a bullet.
Or well,
yeah,
if depending on the size and too, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so far now I have not been able to test this as much as I would like. I have not. That's why I haven't put up a video up on it yet. So far, I haven't had any problem shooting those stick-on wheel weights out of my cap and ball revolver. So far. And so far, the clip-on wheel weights that I have done the same way, I haven't had any problems out of my cartridge conversion Remington so far, even shooting black powder or trail boss. So, like I said, so far. But I still got a box of 2 boxes of ammo to put through this thing to test that out, and some more round balls to put through that cap and ball, doing the same thing before I can say, yay, I'm having problems out of it, or nay, I'm not. I want to get at least 200 rounds through both,
Mm-hmm.
That way I have double. I have a good amount.
Which is why I'm already, from the research and just different, other people doing experiments, my own experiments, Jeremy's experiments. From what it seems to me, because as far as the information that's being put out there, anywhere between 8 BHN to 12 BHN is perfectly fine for cap and ball revolver.
See, I would be going back toward more 5 and 6 is what I'll be looking for, but I can live with 8.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because I've seen people. Of course, again, there's variables. Night Texan. There's variables in all of this. For as far as the length of period that people are shooting, this type of hardness through their rifling and all that. That's undetermined.
Are you shooting reproduction like I am, or like probably some of your guns are of different or are you shooting originals? That's also a
Yeah, but that's a very minute. There's very few people that are shooting original. As far as I've seen, especially on like YouTube. And now, again, here's another variable: YouTube itself. Who knows of the many people out there that are not on YouTube that are shooting, this hardness, load, all that, whether it's an original, whether it's a reproduction, those are all variables as well. But as far as what's being presented on YouTube and being made public knowledge, from what I've gathered, anywhere between 8 and 12 has been like pretty much the magic number as far as I'm concerned. And of course, this is just my own, research and what I've done.
And also it depends on what another variable. Are you hunting or are you target shooting, like hitting steel and stuff?
Well, exactly. Yeah, that too. I mean, there's many other variables that play into this, as far as accuracy, durability, reliability, the load aspect, and all that. Whether it's cartridge, whether it's black, just straight black powder in a cap and ball revolver. So there's a whole lot of other variables to play into this.
Yeah, and I've gotten 2 Piettas. So they're both, it's from the same company.
And right there, that's another variable between Pietta, Uberti,
and EMF, Cimarron,
Yep.
And that's why I wanted 2 Pietta so I could do tests like this. I'd have
because their bore diameters, differentiate and all that. So anyway, but go ahead, Jeremy.
That's why I wanted to get a Pietta. That way I could, it's boom.
Yeah, stick to one.
It's the same company. They're in the same year.
And that's another variable. The different years. See, my Griswold was made in 1980, but my Ruger Old Army was made in 1970. What is it? 76 or 78, something like that. I forgot off the top of my head, but so I mean, the different years also, they use different methods. They had different people working for them. They had different quality control, variances and all that. So I mean, there's a lot of variables that play into all this.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, that's why that's why I wanted to get take a lot of the variables out, because I'm loading the same charge that I'm loading in the cartridge as I am the cap and ball, both 30 grains. Boom. The charge is at, it's GoX 2FG. So, or then I will throw in that. Actually, right now I'm doing GoX 3FG. I've already done all the 2FG, and so far the 2FG I haven't had any difference. The only thing I've seen so far is accuracy. With the 2FG out of the 45 Colt, I've been getting better accuracy. Maybe it's because it's the slower burning powder. I don't know. Maybe it's just that my gun's like 2FG.
There's just too many variables to.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot of variables, because now you're even talking about barrel length when it comes to powder burnage and all that, and the amount of pressure that's created within the barrel to without the barrel.
Yeah, and see that's why I got 2 identical models to try to eliminate a lot of these variables.
Well, the first time that I went out, probably 30-something years ago, with the same rifle on 2 different days with the same bullet, same load, from the same spot, the same distance, shooting at about the same target, and I got 2 completely different results. I quit worrying about all of it so much, because some of it is you can have something, you can be accurate with something one day and shooting great one day, and then you can be using the same thing and think it's wonderful, and then go out and it's crap next time because of you. Either you were lucky and good the first day, or you're unlucky and bad the second day. Either way,
Or there's a difference in humidity or barometric pressure or whatever.
All other things being the same, if it's close enough,
Yeah.
It's just the way things go.
If you're shooting offhand, or if you're shooting from a bench, or all that. Yeah.
I don't sweat the small details too much. If it hits and it works.
It is.
I'm happy.
As long as I look at it this way, from a hunter's aspect, if it hits within the size of your fist, you're good.
If I can kill a deer with it, I'm happy.
Yep, that's right.
Oh yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Well,
But I mean, speaking from a precision shooter standpoint, I know these guys. There's a lot of these guys that like get real meticulous about this, and it's like, man, there's so many variables that you have to calculate into what you're shooting, how you're shooting, the weight of your bullet, the amount of powder you're putting in, all that. I mean, you're really it's almost like lightning strike.
Yeah.
You are you really going to hit the same spot every time?
Yeah.
And
some people enjoy all of the minutia of it.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Well, y'all, I'm going to get on out of here.
Yeah, I think it's about time. Start wrapping these things up.
Yeah, we got 4 minutes left.
Well, hell, I'll hang in for the 4 minutes then.
All right.
Just to say I finished.
Yeah. I have to get Plowboy's channel so I can leave a link down below for him. Don't let me forget that, Michael, please. But it's been fun, guys. Michael, but hopefully I'll have a video out showing the collab that me and Cliff Manley did together for the Sharps carbine, just to get that out,
And of course, it had to kick me off right when I was about to say something.
You're still here.
Oh no, it kicked me off. I had to reboot it.
Oh,
it didn't. We didn't even see that happen. But anyway, Michael, what's coming up in your neck of the woods?
Well, hopefully here. You know what? As a matter of fact, well, let's see, what time is it now? Yeah, it's almost midnight. So, yeah, it's about time for me to hit the sack. I'm gonna see if I can get up early enough tomorrow to head out to the range. I'm gonna take my 5095 out for the first time and run some loads through that. I got a couple of different loads set up for that. And I'm going to take my camera out and see if I can get all that on film.
there you
go. Tomorrow, oh, man, I meant to do it tonight. You know what? I might just stay up a little longer just to get that done. I need to disassemble my Rossi, open it up, clean it all out, get it all ready to get out to the range. And I want to do that tomorrow as well. I got some 44. No, I don't. Well, I mean, I shouldn't. With the Uberti, it shouldn't have happened with that either, but it did. So
yeah,
that was beyond me.
Yeah.
That was just a total freaking thing, man. And that set me off for a while. But I've been meaning to get that Uberti out to the field so I can do some test runs on that. So I want to do that and get it done. I'm anxious to get that done. That's number one on my priority right now. I've got 10 loads of one load set up, 10 loads of another load set up, and I'm just going to test those out and see how that runs. And hopefully, and again, I mean, I'm not using real, Holy Black. I'm using 777 on that just because I wasn't able to get real black powder in 2F. So hopefully here soon. I mean, I'm in a kind of tough situation because I'm trying to get the hell out of here and I'm trying to save some money to do so. But we'll see. I mean, I might just end up ordering me some 2F black powder and just to do some test loads. Because I'm right now, all I got is substitute type powder. But the 777, I think the 777 will run pretty well, being that it runs a little hotter than normal black powder. I think I'll get some pretty decent results out of it from the loads that I've produced. And yeah, now I want to get this Rossi out there and get that on paper and see where that's shooting. There's a couple of things I want to a few little modifications I want to do to that Rossi. I'm thinking about putting a peep sight on it, and I might even put a tang sight on my 76. I'm not sure yet, but like I said, I mean, until I get out there and get some actual field test done, I mean, I really won't know where I'm going to go with it. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm kind of backlogged on a whole lot of projects, so definitely look forward to getting some more input going on my channel. So
Well, have
stay
fun
tuned.
shooting it, but don't forget to video it and upload it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that's yeah. I mean, that's high on my priority.
Because we're going to need proof.
Yeah. So what you got going on, Plowboy?
I ain't got nothing going on. Hell, I don't know what I'm doing from one day to the next. One day I may be working on one of the kids' vehicles. The next day, sitting around staring at my toes. I don't know. I'd like to get me another. I'd like to get a different mold for 45-70 bullets than that Lee mold that I'm using. I want something with a little flatter, little bigger me plat on the front, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at stuff from accurate molds. I like to stay in the 405 to 430 range. Right now I'm a little bit undersized. I'm gonna slug the bore in that rifle and see what I need, and I'm gonna try to get something right because it was leading on me with those 4.57, and that's about what they were coming out at in that Lee mold. And I started powder coating them, which added about 0.002 to it. And of course now it ain't lead anymore, but I'm not really crazy about powder coating too much. So I want to get me a better mold for that, but I'm still gonna have. I still have over 400 loaded like they are because I probably won't shoot these, and I just have to buy more brass. But other than that, I really don't have much going on. No plan. Maybe I'll get another gun tomorrow. Maybe I won't. Hell, I don't know. Have to see what happens.
Well,
Hey,
anyway, guys, night. I'm wanting to live stream here.
All right.
All right.